Hi, Sigy.
Hi, Max.
How are you?
Okay.
All right. I know that your dad went into the hospital with the corona and he was put on the ventilator. Thank God. I think through your prayers and all that, I mean, for the last few days, you didn't stop doing your Tehillims and prayer. Like,
It was a hard week. I'm not gonna say otherwise. Usually I'm very, very positive, and I'm still positive, but we had a big scare this week, and my father did catch COVID, my mother as well, but for my father, he had pneumonia and he went into the hospital, and we were very, very scared, but we have tremendous emunah, and we used the tools that we had.
I have to tell you, between you and your sister and your whole group doing the Tehillim, everyone praying. So what does someone do in a time like this when they have a loved one? They can't even go visit them. Everyone is sort of quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It is insane. The truth is that we know we can only do our hishtadlut, that means our efforts. So my sister, I love her so much. She really took care of this for us. She took care of the ground there. She was there. She made sure the doctors knew that our father was very dear to us, that they cannot treat him just like another patient. And she was there in the beginning. And then when they found out that his COVID test was positive, they told her she cannot come anymore. And that was devastating.
And then our nephew Derek and our son Adam were there on top.
My nephew Derek was unbelievable. They didn't leave him from the moment we were allowed to have visiting hours from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. They were there. Derek took turns, then Adam took another turn, and thank God we have grandchildren, and we're doing this mitzvah of honoring and respecting our parents through them because everyone's isolated. And on the other hand, my mother's also isolated.
She tested positive.
And so she was at home and no one could come visit her. But Baruch Hashem, my mother-in-law took care of her, brought her all her supplies, put it by the door, so not to have contact or to worry.
Incredible family, eh?
There's nothing like family, and I wanted to also say that there's nothing like prayers.
And friends who are also
Everyone.
supportive.
Well, they're like family. I call them family. I don't. There's another category.
So what prayers should others be doing when these things are happening? There's Tehillim. What should they be doing?
So we have incredible groups of women that every single day complete 150 chapters of Tehillim every day. Every day we complete
Maybe
them.
Explain what is Tehillim.
So those were the psalms that King David wrote, and they have tremendous comforting words in there, and very much words that attach us to God and give us comfort. So there's also all the challenges and the difficulties that King David went through in his life, and he wrote about that. And so
it was very challenging for him.
So he had some very hard times, and he had a lot of deception from people, and he had a lot of heartache, and his life
from his own children.
Exactly, and his life was in danger, and yet he never gave up, and he clung to God and to understanding that there was a higher purpose in everything, and he didn't stop.
He's truly an individual, a melech, a king that actually hung on to Hashem and made him his partner, made him that everything that he did was for Hashem.
Absolutely
incredible.
Yes, and we were studying this week with Rabbi Esther Wien about David HaMelech and how when they brought the Sefer Torah out, and he dressed in a peasant way, and he was criticized by his family members, like, you're the king, how could you go out there and dance like a commoner? And he said, I'm first honoring God. I don't care about my honor. God's honor is number one. And so to continue to answer your question about the prayers, another wonderful thing that we did was we read Tikkun HaKlali. And those are 10 specific Tehillim that Rabbi Nachman put together that are very, very, very powerful. And a wonderful friend of mine, Sarah Liba, said, Sigy, that's what you got to read. And so me and my daughter-in-laws, I call them my daughter-in-laws because I really love them so very much. All we did was
Three
read.
daughter-in-laws.
Now 3, Baruch Hashem. And what we kept doing is we kept reading and reading and reading, and we didn't stop. And we just had a rolling chat going on that. And the last thing that we did, and this is new for me, I know many women have done this before, but we read Sefer Devarim. So that's the last book that Moshe Rabbeinu wrote. And it's a big segula, that means a good omen, a very incredible connection to read that book. So we have another wonderful group that a dear friend of mine, Janet, started and put me in charge of one group, and we just started that. And we, of course, were praying for the refuah shlema of Rabbi Yoshayahu Pinto, but we always included all the cholim that we had, and we included my father. And we're told that when you say a prayer heartfelt, with tremendous emotion, then even if you say one parak or one Tehillim, one chapter in Tehillim, then it's very powerful. So we said, and the challah bakers, and this week as well, we have almost 43 challah bakers baking for the sick people, including my father.
Amazing.
And
so for sure, all of this energy, all of this powerful energy,
my sister says,
definitely, somehow it saved your dad.
Oh, it was so incredible. My sister told me that the nurses in the hospital said, we have never seen, at the Jewish General Hospital, amazing care my father got there. We're so grateful, Baruch Hashem. And my sister said that the non-Jewish, the Gentile nurses said, I don't know what you girls are doing, but your prayers are working. We have never seen anything like this. We're actually going to use your father as a test, research, an example of someone at his age walking in and getting off the ventilator under a week.
I mean, your father's almost 80 years old. That's like
is that
incredible.
Already? Almost? Wow. Time flies.
Eh?
I don't feel that.
Well, somewhere around there. I know he was in his late 70s,
77.
Okay, all right, okay, good.
Well, we're going to get him there. We're going to get him further.
Okay.
So I want to thank everybody. Everybody for your deep prayers, and know that we could connect in many ways. Yeah. And as a community, we're making a difference.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.